and all is fine. My cable's all tangled up. Welcome back, everybody. Trying out a new audio setup. Get on Durf game? Dude, I need to chill. I've had a wait, dwarf game? I'll play with you guys a little later. I started this game a couple weeks ago and I have like not made any progress in it and I want to chill. Oh. Matt, don't you like Blitzball? Isn't that your favorite game in Final Fantasy X? Yakety Lilac, welcome back. Why is that a tongue twister for me now? Oh, okay, no new entries. What's up, Tenkai? Guys, it's been a day. It's been a week. It's been a couple of weeks at that matter, but... Okay, so we're using Sir Gilman. I hope I remember how to play this game. It's not pronounced Jodariel. It's like Jodariel, right? Different emphasis. And Ruki. That's who we're using next time, I think. At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Oh, right, that's the loading saving. You have not yet been to this region. Volfred revealed this to be the one path through the woods into the north. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Alodiel. Mount Alodiel, the sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject and only know the truth of how you feel. Escape from the 9-to-5 day. That is freedom, right? Listen, that's the best kind of freedom, okay, Pickles? Not showering on the weekend. Going into the office and blasting smooth jazz on your laptop speakers. Remain silent. Where's my freedom from 9 to 5, huh? Where's my freedom? Your thoughts and freedom are your own. You hold Volfred's gaze, but do not answer him. You feel the tension growing, but at last he breaks the silence on his own. So freedom means you can defy me, is that it? Well, I suppose it does. Or perhaps you haven't spared the subject any real thought, or don't know what you think I wish to hear. No matter, I pose the question to get you to think. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear. To be able to judge or indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the one that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. He looks outward toward the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more, and you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you would be complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made it quite clear that they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group that, together, you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rights, then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. You're plotting a revolt. Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourselves continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth as you are doing here, then speak now. Wilfred pauses for a moment, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rights and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom. You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Wilfred turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said and plot the wagon's northward path. Oh man, SMT 5.5. That's what we're gonna call it. 5V. I don't know. It's coming out soon too, isn't it? It's like, is it this week or is it next? Also, all the not E3 stuff is going on soon, right? Beyond lies Mount Elodial. I suggest we make camp here on the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. Whoa. Discuss the plan. Man, I can't wait for whatever pollen season that's going on right now in Nebraska to be over, because holy cow, I am struggling. You have returned. How can I help you, if at all?
I request of her a scribe trial.
You need but choose among those unenlightened fools with whom you travel. I guess we'll summon him. Yeah, that'll be fine, I'm sure. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hedwyn. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy, so innocent that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Then let us bring him forth. Soon, Hedwyn appears in the heat of the summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on? We have too many games to play is the problem, and not enough time to play said games. I think what I'm gonna try and do is stick to like a more regiment schedule of streaming, and that'll also like get me a bit more motivated, hopefully, to actually play more games and so forth. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy, you answer to me here. Understood. You are a fool. Do not talk back to me. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid, save for that of your lovely reader there. What's this image? Wait, I don't remember. How do I dash? I remember now. We're fine. How do I cast? Ah! No! Ah! Dead. Oh, what the fudge? I got too close. No, PYre is Blitzball, dude. It's Blitzball. Oh, shit. Oh, I am so bad at this video game. I am the worst at this video game. Well, but when you think about it, Blitzball truly is... Fuck. No! Holy cow, I'm so garbage. I'm the worst. It's fine, we got this. Fuck. What the? What the? They're too good. Holy cow. Holy cow. Clutched it. I don't know why I was trying to be so passive. I should have just gone for it and I would have been fine. Instead of getting so close. We did it. It seems you did indeed, boy. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. You guys remember that slam dunk, like as in the RPG slam dunk SNES game, right? Good to be back after all that. Say, what's that you have there? Goals Bracer. Headwind power casts his aura with greater ease and gains infinite stamina on hit for 2 seconds. Ah. Curious. Are you talking about Super Dodgeball with Sam is like the translated version? It's the one we played on stream like not too long ago, right? Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, I gotta talk to him, of course, and then we also have dialogue with her. A visit from my favorite reader. What is the occasion? How very kind of you to visit me again like this, oh lovely reader. For I was just, I was just standing about in the blackness of this void, thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind, not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch, an ancient band of killers trained almost from birth to carry out their missions without fail. Living on the outskirts of civilization, your days all full of training which could kill you or just cripple you for life. How do you suppose I lost my sight, though? Or sight, rather. Through glorious battle with the scribes or in a careless sparring session with my master. Ah, but I've not forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. It did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, the lot of them. Ah, but what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then, if only I could die. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted, until it is taken away. So given your mortality, what say that we get back to business here? Blitzball indeed. Take care of yourself, Reador. There you are, my boy. There was something in which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Fulfred stares at you, rather intently as if reaching out to you, and then... Wait. The last time he spoke, when it had, within carrots, if you will, it was in English. But not this time. You do not know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we. Oh. We are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability is, in this sense, is nascent still. Mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves other than Tarek. Gemstones. Who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when at first we met that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Fulfred breaks free from you and looks at you again, then speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as a reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you're getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think that the rites can help you return, if that is what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand it. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees, not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand? There is more at stake here than your freedom alone. And perhaps there is a way. You understand the words of warning, yet just the same you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. I admire that, my boy. Then, very well. Now that we have much at stake here, in this anyway, much more than just a shot at going back into the Commonwealth which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around then. Then we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. Earlier, Fulfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I swore that we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hedwyn, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Elodial, and there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, but rest assured, it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through the Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if he did not merely skim that chapter of the book. Whoops. We might not have done our homework. It is said the scribes themselves keep watch over the Scribe's Gate. Afterward, we'll reach the Fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then once one of the triumvirates prevails, their somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this. The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever and freedom from the downside is impossible. Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So then that's it. We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays. For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Wulfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Elodial. I'm just going to keep reading the book. Oh. Let's do quickness, I guess. Man, who are we going to send or lose? Because we haven't really like... Oh, I can't go back to that screen yet. When you look at the characters' profiles, they have all sorts of like different information that seems to be unlockable. I don't know who to send. I don't want to send anyone right now. I'd like we haven't learned anything about Jody. Ruki has to deal with his fears with the other curs. Hedwyn, like, yeah, we don't have any information on Hedwyn either. Here before you lies Mount Elodial, stretching far beyond the line of sight, your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather around again before Wulfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madam. That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against us as adversaries in the rites. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. No. Yes, this is important. Fulfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodariel raises her voice again. Hold, you mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know why. Oh, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? On a blooded moon at the fall of Solium, an exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen, you are qualified, I should say, because as the expressions go, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf. Exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings.
It's us.
You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common right then. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So, you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites, but these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Fulfred takes his leave. Others wait.
Reconnoiter.
Others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options. Make a military observation of a region, an active reconnoitering. So it's like reconnaissance, I take it. Ah, yes, okay, it's related to that. It seems to be. All right, a pathway on the outskirts of Mount Elodiel's nameless lower summits. Pamitha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. A gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Elodiel. Faye believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes there. Blessing? Who cares about blessing? I care about materialism. Give me substance, or give me nothing. You joined Pamitha on her brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who tried to scale the mountain but did not succeed. Wait, I shall be joining you. What now? I get 2 chaperones, but sure, I'm game. Whatever you wingless are into. Be silent, little bird, and fetch those trinkets and be done. My, so full of bitterness. You really ought to make the most of these last precious moments that we share. And you ought not to mince your words. Oh, please, we all know you're going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning for a change? I, the first one out of here? Of course, it's plain the others pity you. You've been here longer than the rest of us by far. Besides, maybe that Wolfred, though he seems plenty happy here making his speeches. How dare you to presume? Nothing is decided as of yet. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Though if by some coincidence you do end up selected for the honor, I just want you to know something. I truly from the bottom of my heart do hope we shall prevail on your behalf. Because that way you shall be free, of me at least, and I in turn shan't have to suffer any longer your hideous attitude toward me and everything. At that you intervene. Jodariel's eyes burn with fury, but then she calms herself. I shall see you back at the wagon, reader. Panatha scoffs and Jodariel storms off. I swear that one. Well, moving on, there's something sparkling down there. Be right back. She swoops out of sight, leaving you alone there on the mountain. Panatha soon returns with something that lay long forgotten in the rocks below. Star Splinter. When preparing to fling the orb, the bearer's charge-up speed increases 40%. Oh no. More choices. Alright, I'm sorry, Gilman, bro. Bud, friend, but Headwind. This is a chance to get closer to Headwind, perhaps. You and Headwind walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Jody would say, no sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling him. Oh, that. It's just I've been giving lots of thought to everything Fulfred's told us. In another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or, I don't mean to put it that way. One of us could go free. We earn our way back one by one, he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. Decide who gets to go, if anyone. This might be part of Fulfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you. And even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Fulfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. And won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep failing in the rites and be stuck down here together just like this. The two of you walk on in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Headwind turns to you again. Thanks for the company. I think I'm better now. Prepared. I'm not going to use them, though. Listen, we all dress up as Naruto in the grand scheme of things, right? Oh, okay. It's just enlightenment. Okay, we don't have to worry then. Ugh. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead on, Tarek from League of Legends. Please follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tarek? It is. Greetings, Celeste. And how is your rest? Too long, Celeste. She watches over Scribe's Gate and seems to be connected to the lone minstrel and the rites. It seems your work is piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate. Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures toward the rest of you. Now each of you in turn state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing the Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Hedwyn the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions, in my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. I am regarded by the name of Ruki Greentail. I just want to get out of here. I guess with my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. Oh, I should send him home, but then I can't use him anymore. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is Faye, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Screek. Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwing's legacy and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Pamitha Thane, I'm here. I'm only here because my sister's here. Huh? Then as Wolfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You were not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Wolfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us so that one day we might all stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. I'm just a crippled scholar. When they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you, and you could not run far. I'm just an old farmhand. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you a trip to the downside nonetheless. I'm the dark urge. I'm just a war orphan. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and the high-wing remnants afflicted you since birth. Try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth. My brain is messed up. You cannot for the life of you recall a time before arriving in the downside. Details of the Commonwealth are scarce within your mind. Perhaps you wanted to forget the place. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. I want to see what happens. You wish to return to the Commonwealth and to live out your days there doing as you please. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. The Commonwealth, which cast you down into the downside, cannot be forgiven. All you expect is that the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting. No, I want to help my friends. The power of friendship. The companions you have met here, who have helped you to survive, and to find kinship in the downside. Your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tarek, I, Celeste, be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. From the top of Mount Elodial, you can see the distant downside before you. You think of the many thousand leagues you crossed to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Well, look who else gets here. It's the slug merchant. Jodariel appears to be prepared for whatever it is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiments. Hedwyn soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Ruki? None as yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what'd I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, rookie. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against a wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well? That's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just we might be breaking up the band here. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while. I thought we were all getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwyn slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the four of us, we're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do, but we've been here from the start. I want you to know my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this, if any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes on the other side to make it so that the rest of us can get back too. What, you think you're gonna build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take, I just know we have to try. Jodariel returns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Ruki nods in his head in turn, and Hedwyn's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's about time. Let's go. Listen, I have to read a book and then go talk to the slug. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom, yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Oh yeah, I remember I was like, how did I read this before? Oh right. The imp Hob, Haub, and I, we helped to save my emperor, and when the daughter did subside, my emperor Solium Mur, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Galathian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do it in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did." Where's 16? What happened to 16? Wait, are these... Oh, never mind. Okay, it's... I guess that makes sense. Hey guys, so just so you're aware and all, I know how you're, how come you're here and how come you made it all the way up here. Oh, I know, all right. You're here because I got the lowest prices and all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a lot of value there, an awful lot. That's one of them scribe snap fingers there, huh? One dab of those little guys and you'll be like, whoa, know what I mean? They're pretty popular, but I got my connections. They got all their connections, and they got their connections, and they got plenty more of those. So just come and see me and Dad here later on, and we might have one back in stock. So it's like, this is so cheap. And the cost, I don't know, the cost is weird going from +1 to +2, 3 to 18, and then from 18 to 31. I don't know, man. We'll get that for sure. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so who was I using? I was going to be using Gilman, Rookie, and Jodariel. Gilmon. I don't even remember like how this character is used. Which one? Wait, which one's Beavis and which one's oh, that's right, that's right. Beavis is and Butthead is Hold on, I gotta see how I gotta see how this character works. Oh, what's on your mind? This place where you currently reside. It must be Mount Elodial, is it not? This was where those blasted scribes decided what to do with me. I had already failed in my mission to eliminate the demon Solium Myrrh. I did not anticipate his retinue, you see. They took me and my and some of my Beyonders alive, although do not expect to see account of that in their good book. Whether it was for mercy or for spite, I never became certain. They probably presumed that that my expulsion for eternity would eventually have taught me some respect for them, but no, not yet, not yet. Well, I do not mean that, really. The scribes did spare my life, and were it not for that, I would never have been thusly trapped to then enjoy your company, O lovely reader. Now, having met my quota of blaspheming, I've not used that as like a verb like that before. Blaspheming for the time, I think it best that we resume the normal sort of business between us, if there is any to speak of. And good hunting at the precipice. May you soon rid the downside of some useless idiot. Beyond the Beyond, the greatest PlayStation 1 RPG of all time. Have you guys played Beyond the Beyond? Rookie. It's not that I don't find her this place, so we're back. Look there, our host approaches. Sandra appears and looks upon your fellow exiles. Welcome to the practice rites. Thanks, great to be back. Love the decor, honest. Silence, Gur, you are fortunate your reader summoned you again. You could use a little discipline. Now come forth, and let us see how capable you are. Rookie, in the practice rites, no enlightenment is rewarded. You may train... Okay. Rookie. No, Beyond the Beyond. Wait, is there NTR in that too? What the fuck? Why is everything NTR? What is this bullshit? Wait, it's not saying their name. Beyond the Beyond is just some old PlayStation 1 RPG that like has... It's the one where like it gives you pretty early on the super overpowered character named Samson. And then Samson gets cursed. So he's like literally the most worthless character for a lot of the playthrough. And it's also like, it's also already a low stat type game. By that I mean like your HP starts out at like 14 or something. But so Samson just hits people for 1 damage for a large portion of the game. If you are ready then, Nightwings, grasp the orb and we shall train with you. I gotta use Gilmon. So I think I want more. Would it be presence? Bro, we've been playing NBA Jam from the start. This is the start of the NBA playoffs after all. Wait, what is that one song? You go into the slam, you got it in the jam. Okay. Come on and slam. I haven't. Wait, how do I get out of here? Oh, to the wagon. There we go. Dude, I haven't listened to that song in so long. Don't judge me. Your vision returns as the effects of the Beyonder crystal dissipate. Time seems to have stood still while you experience the vision. Your friends don't remember you going into the velvet room. Okay. Glory, damage dealt, aura, hope. Is using Sir Gilman hard mode? No, I think you just have to know how to use him. He will cast. He's gonna be not the point guard. I don't know how to put it. Cheapskates. Sir Gilmon. Whoops, that was not the button I wanted to push. What if I lose? Is everyone ready? Prepared, rather. Is everyone prepared, Hedwin? Yes, though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers in the Rite this night. What happens if we fail? Hedwin, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight, our plan is in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. Maybe I should not sandbag, and maybe I should use the dream team. What is the dream team even? I don't even know. Rookie for sure. But then, I don't know.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader.
Look, they're all doing the Blitzball victory sign.
In this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask.
You know who I am already, but look at what we got here. The damn Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never gonna see the day.
He takes notice of someone in your ranks.
Hey, you.
He indicates Jodariel. She scoffs back at him.
Who's the mask? Ain't seen one of our own in ages, not in these damned robes.
Jodariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask just as her adversary asked. Satisfied?
Whoa, you must be new.
Jodariel soon puts her mask back on. Enough talk.
Huh, I like you curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is, I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time.
I should rather cut out my own tongue.
Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we have to stick together. Now come on.
Ignarius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. He is the notorious demon leader of one of the most feared triumvirates in the rites. This guy is Shaquille O'Neal. Is that what we're hearing? Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? The lone minstrel gets your attention in his subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet. Now, no one is enlightened. Now, Nightwings, I would hear your decision. Did I screw up by trying to spread the wealth? What? What? What the hell? If anyone is worthy, it would be Rookie. What? Tizo? Angry. I'm not gonna leave Tizo yet. I mean, to be 100% fair. Like, is there gonna be something about Faye? I wonder. Why isn't he worthy? I'm guessing it's because he has story with the other curs. So I think we're gonna do Jodariel. What's so odd though is I assumed he would be as well though. you know, prior to like me just reasoning it out, because we got his thing, his item. We haven't even gotten her thing yet. At least I don't think we did we? So I have to put her in the front, I guess. That's what it means. No, poor Rookie. Rookie just wants to see his mom, though. What the fudge? Joe Dariel. There, that's what it is. Me. Why? Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well, then under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the stakes of this eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Joe Dariel, shall be liberated. Should the Tempers prevail, the exile Ignarius shall go free instead. She then turns to you. Now who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate to strive alongside Joe Dariel and see her return to glory?
Who shall be at her side?
All right, we gotta bring out the big guns. The big guns. We gotta bring out Rookie the hero. Rookie. Heh. Sure, no pressure, right, chum? And then the truest hero of heroes, Tizo. Because we gotta get our money.
Tizo.
Tizo is more than willing to throw all his support behind Joe Dariel this night.
The choice is cast.
Very well. The 8 scribes accept your choices, reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the lone minstrel. Now, are you yourself prepared, Tarek? Oh, it's gonna be a music thing, of course. Aye, Celeste. Then let us begin.
Nightwings, been waiting for an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me.
Oh, look! He's also got a small guy. These guys know how to balance things out, that's for sure.
Commence.
Yo! The slam! Whoa, I don't know why they threw there super hard. Oh, shit me. Can't stop Tizo. Tizo's too good.
You good-for-nothing Nightwings? Skip out on us for years and years, then show up all of a sudden like you're gonna let somebody out for once? But now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it. I used to be the best. At this at least, but now the pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Ah, Moira. I thought you'd even recognize me anyway.
Maybe we should lose poor Ignarius. Oh no!
Come on, Nightwings. Let's see you keep this up.
You can't beat Tizo the hero. Ah! Shucks.
Ah, no, Tizo!
All of the tempers gone. Rugi doused the adversary's flames. Out with you all. Banishment for all. And there it is.
Maybe I should have lost intentionally for
Nightwings
Ignarius.
proved their worth.
Poor Ignarius.
As
No.
for their adversaries, they did not.
Maybe we're the bad guys.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Gah, what a joke. We should have had this. You should have had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it. Damn it. Nightwings, be seeing you around, I guess. And next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky.
After all this time, she turns her gaze toward the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this. If that place is still like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I can retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool. No! Though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now. Farewell, and reader, all of you, for now. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful.
Are we sure this is actually...
By their grace, the cycle of the rites
Are we sure we
may
didn't
soon
just kill her?
commence again.
Whoa, we didn't even fill up the rest of the inspiration.
Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
After your victory over the Tempers and the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. I don't know what I'm gonna do without her here. Well, look on the bright side, it's one less mouth to feed. We'll see Jodariel again if we persevere. Our journey's now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here. What about the stars? Can we afford the time? About that, reader, go see for yourself. Go by yourself, you scoundrel. Keeping Ignarius from his lover. The night sky over Mount Elodiel is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Jodariel as you look toward the heavens. She was a grim, long-time resident of the downside, grown accustomed to surviving there. She has regained her freedom in the liberation rites. Seek now your destination. Wait, did I pass it? You search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It's as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn. And when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. Man, did I choose poorly? Should I have sent Tizo? But like if I send Tizo, then I can't use Tizo anymore. Why, hello, my lovely reader. What might I do for you? You find Hedwin on his own after Jodariel's liberation. You sense straight away what is on his mind. The two of them were close through much of his life. He looks up to you, but his familiar smile is nowhere to be found. I'm sorry, my friend. I should be in a much, much better mood right now. It's just... I can't believe she's gone. Then he shakes his head. Listen to me. I'm talking like she's... He falls silent again. You can tell he needs some time to himself right now, and turns to leave. Wait, hold on. Don't leave me here just yet. First of all, my friend, thank you. I don't like to think of it as in quite these terms, but out of all of us, I really hoped she'd manage to get out of here. She's been here the longest, not to mention I'd probably be dead 10 times over by now if not for her. What's more, maybe other than Volfred himself, I have a feeling she's really going to make an impact on this plan of ours, back on the other side. Volfred's ambitious plot to spark a revolution in the Commonwealth as peacefully as possible. The plan's current probability of success, 28%? What? I'm assuming that plan was like... I guess I don't know if we've highlighted plan before, but I'm assuming it would be 0 if no one's over there to do it, right? And if we put Jodariel there and suddenly it's 28%, seems pretty significant, you know? Just the same, though, I am going to miss her. You and Hedwin share some memories of Jodariel for a time, though it grows clear to you that he needs some time alone. Thanks again, my friend. I hope that one day all of us can meet again. Jody, she'd be happy on that day, I bet. It's very late now. You part ways after bidding each other a good evening. Good evening. Continue your journey. Good morning, my boy. The place I noted earlier. Let me illuminate the way. Do we not just go back home? Or, I mean, you know, go back to the start? Volfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about, you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Bide your time. You find Volfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, reader. This wagon and I, we've many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there is something that you wish to know, you need but ask. Why did the Nightwings disband? You express interest in knowing knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be and Wulfred's past connection to the group. I have been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me in a manner, as I understand, quite like how Hedwyn and the others found you. Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile named Erisa and another known as Oralek. Erisa, a former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Wulfred and Oralek. These are people with faces, a former exile of the Nightwings. Once in a while, we little Tizo stand with us as well. He is rather older than he looks. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given right. But there was a terrible accident. Erisa, we lost her, and Oralek. He was my friend. He fell from Mount Elodiel. We lost him as well on the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blame the rites themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiment. I had the black wagon cleared and buried such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership and toward a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my boy. Are we ever in danger in this game? What did you do to earn your sentence? You ask Wulfred about his past in the Commonwealth and how it is he came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my boy. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press, an illegal invention allowing written material to be published at an extraordinary rate. Look, it's just like one of those animes where the printing press becomes, you know, it's a revolutionary thing. I owned and operated one. Every time like an isekai character like uses the printing press as like or crop rotation as a way to like gain leverage. I took issue with the Commonwealth. The ban on literacy. The interminable wars against the high-wing remnants. I spread the truth about it all with my machine. Under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while. But not for long. Here in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, that is the long and short of it. Now then, was there anything else? So is he Pat Riley and we're Eric Spolstra, right? That's what his name is? Whatever. I don't even know if like people still talk about Pat Riley, by the way. Like, is that reference too old? You asked Wulfred about his history with the lone minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Turk was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen, although he is somewhat more cheerful than I recall back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the rights and the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it, though it is plain that he's not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. That was the heat. Yep, yeah. I'm sure, like, I don't remember what other teams wait, is it Pat Riley or Pat O'Reilly? I don't remember. Coached, like, before the Heat. But yeah, he coached the Heat, then he became the GM / coach. Might have done both, I don't remember. And then Eric Spolstra or whatever was his I don't know if he was an assistant or something, but he's basically taken the reins and has done a great job in in his role there. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me of the Nightwings, that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, was there anything else you wish to talk about for now? Ask to be excused. Please let me go, sir. You thanked Wolfred for his time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon. Likewise to you, reader. Be well. Damn, we lost one of the best. Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. A small landing on the dark side of the sacred mountain. As for myself, I have business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready by when you need it next. From the mountaintop, you can see all across the downside. It's impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land besides it. Look, now we're the home team. And so you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom one by one. Many moons pass, then one evening. May I have a moment, reader? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites, as it has been your leaning through your stay at this abode. Bargain your petting, begging your pardon. Bargain your petting. Begging your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader, sir. The stars shine like you have never seen. Once more, the path toward salvation is revealed, but now something is different. Now you're the home team. Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed you a single path, but now several rites avail themselves to you at once. Choose your path towards salvation. Ah, the dissidents. We gotta do Ruki's story next. Or do we not? Because that means we're gonna lose him sooner. Your record against them is 1-0. The stars urge that we go to the nest of Triesta, a long way off. Fulford, sir, how are we to reach the nest of Triesta in due course of time? You know full well, Tarek, preparations are complete. We have an airship now. You think you see the lone minstrel smile, ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble up the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advance, you'll find there ought be fewer rites this time, only until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate. Exactly how many it is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, reader. Your companions have not traveled far from the Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads throughout the group. Next morning, Wolfred calls everyone together before the black wagon. This old wagon is more than it seems. With Bertrude's aid, it escorted you across the sea to me. Now it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see. Step inside. Oh, what's that? Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view. You are the Nightwings. You should travel in their customary way. He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the book. Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something. Is that how, like, his friend fell off and died? Like they were flying? After having soared into the sky, the black wagon remains aloft somehow. I can't believe it. Hey, now we're talking. Tizo is excited to be flying again. You get the impression this may not be the first time for him. The Nightwings sail the skies again, wheresoever the stars may call for them. There is one catch. The downside provides few locales suitable for landing, though we should be able to find at least a couple landing places near to where we're going. We'll then make way by land or sea toward our destination. Now, without further ado, let us proceed. Ooh. Whoa! Oh, okay, I was... Wow! The unmistakable remains of Zilvius Horse-Headed, which protrude from the ashen fire there below. Some have taken it to be a work of sculpture, reader. The tale of a titan felled by Saint Triesta Tithys, rather. That's probably more correct. That is more unbelievable than the thought of some daring exiles over many years carved the titan's visage out of stone. Be that as it may, the climate and the cliffs are now home to exiled harps such as the Essence, whom you faced here when you first arrived. Even they do not know all the locale's sacred significance. Blackshore. Tizo. Why not? Oh, there we go. Your wagon touches down in Black Basin, where you first met Volfred and Pamitha as well. You briefly wonder at what might have happened had your paths not crossed. A full inspection of the wagon is already underway by the time you join the rest of the group. Hedwin takes care to realign each set of stabilizers, needing little help from you. Meanwhile, Tizo greases any intakes that sealed shut during the flight. You soon run into Volfred, who has further details to report. Systems are nominal. This wagon's fit to journey onward at dawn's light. The group disperses then, some taking time to rest while others tend to personal pursuits. You should have time enough to do the same. New chapter. Whoa, lots of new chapters. I am not ready to read all of these chapters quite yet. Suddenly now I'm feeling like maybe the game is closer to done than I once realized. So what I was thinking is that there would be like, if we were going to call each chance we freed someone a season. Oh no, right? I know. I thought there'd be 9 like bookmarks here, chapters, right? Like there's this one and then there's one below. I'm not sure if that one is one or not, but so I'm just like, okay, 9 seasons, 9 chances to free people, blah blah blah. But now that they've unlocked this many, I'm very not sure. Once I too roamed free. In the words of Jomuer, Many-Mane, the Alpha Chief, not no Beta. I remember well those days in which I was called Chief. I traveled all the world over my 4 good paws, and I was, well adored. Wait, is this the old cur? I wanted to grow stronger. Here at last I have. I shall not mince my words. This place shall either harden you or kill you. It shall haunt you with old memories. You share the exile's plight. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it for you a little bit and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as needed. Your charge is to return. We call this place the downside for a reason, but in time here you learn to eat, to seek out shelter, and to find a certain beauty in unlikely places. Oh, I see. I don't have any other pages for it. Be accursed. We'll see whatever page we end up unlocking. There you are again, my lovely reader. How may I be of service? Scribe trial. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Faye. I must admit I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there is more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Soon Faye arrives in heat of the summons. The scribes, I think that if I listen carefully that I can hear them calling out to me. Hey, isn't the summer sale going to start soon for Steam? There have been a couple games I've been wanting to buy and then not play because, yeah, you know, whatever, it's fine. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl, the place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is you answer to me here. Wow, okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something and I would see you prove it. Without the benefits of anyone save for your reader. Okay, are you out there to help me with this, mister? Oh no, too many Tizos! Oh! Dead. Holy cow, these guys are killers. Killers! Ah! I was trying to play defense. It wasn't a good idea, friends. Whoa! One more time. One more time. Oh my lordy, lordy, lordy. The pass, and then their essence is stronger than Faye's. Of course, Tizos truly are the greatest species. Shit. I fucked up. We're fine. The game's literally giving it to us. Oh, are you kidding me? The Tizos do good. What? I just have to get one more. One more. It's fine. It's fine. We've got the power play now. Boom. We're good. Can you imagine if this game were on hard? I would be trash. I mean, I'm already trash. Okay, how did I do? How did I do? I must admit that you did better than I had expected, girl. You have passed this trial of yours. Some congratulations are in order to you and also to your lovely reader. Now farewell. She's coming on pretty strong to us. Did I imagine all of that, mister? Because I hope I didn't. Wow, what is it that you have there? Calamir's anklet. Or Calamir's. Calamir's? After Faye casts her aura, it can bounce off of objects and solid surfaces. Oh no, she can do the bank shot now. I like never cast, so, or I never shoot the ball. I only do layups and dunks. Oh yeah, that's what this is. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to actually do it like that. So I think we're going to send off Ruki next if we can, and if not, it's going to be Headwind. Oh, I don't even see him. Sir Gilman is shivering there after the Black Wagon's maiden voyage through the skies. Master Reader, this knight is very, very slightly out of sorts is all. He merely appeared terrified, but he assures you that his seeming cowardice is but an optical illusion in this case. Pamitha overhears and joins you. Flying's not for everyone, Sir Knight. This knight heartily concurs, though how anyone at all can stand it, he has yet to understand it. Well, let's see. What's it like to swim the waters of the Sea Dominion? Ah, those glorious murky waters, engulfed in hideous warfare, to be sure, but otherwise a joy to cut across, to feel the coolness of the waves beneath one's gill slits and the like. Though this knight is now accustomed to his life above the surface, flying's just the same, Sir Knight. It resists those of us not born to it. I, in turn, have wondered what the seas are like, but the thought of swimming fills me with disgust. Though I haven't had to swim, and you now have to fly, that's very brave of you, and you handle it better than some harp fledglings I've met in my day. You'll get used to it. She departs, but you sense Sir Gilman is feeling better after the exchange. Wish him well. You make time to explore the harsh formations of High Wing Cove with your companions. Tizo has not yet spotted anything in the surrounding area, but thinks maybe he could. Nothing yet. Maybe if we keep looking. They turn to you. You may continue searching or return to the wagon empty-handed and pursue one of your vocations. Let's keep searching. You spend more time exploring unchecked nooks and corners of the area. Unfortunately, you find nothing of value as the day begins to grow dim. You have little choice but to return back to your wagon. What? What is that nonsense? Oh yeah, we didn't talk to her. Ah, my best friend in all the world, come to visit me again. Does it make you uncomfortable, perhaps, that I should call you thus? Perhaps you think that you do not yet know me very well, but I know you just fine. You reveal a great deal to me when you come to visit me like this. You are not the only one who can sense things in others, you know. She laughs to herself. One learns to read a bit when forced to suddenly appear within a book for 837 years or so, especially if one is wont to pry a little, you understand. for it gets rather boring here. I know all about you, a common wanderer who vowed to help his friends be free again, only to end up spending all his time talking to an apparition stuck in a stone. Oh, I know about your loves or lack thereof, about your favorite pastimes, certain habits you may be somewhat loath to admit. Fear not, of course, I use this special knowledge only as a means to entertain myself, I think. And if you don't like it, why, just keep your distance like so many of your predecessors. As for the Beyonders, they are wraiths to me, as I must seem to all those idiots with whom you consort. I cannot confide as easily in my own kind as I am able to confide in you. But I suppose I have said too much. Thank you as ever for the visit. You have given me a lot to think about, more than you know. Let us do this all again sometime. Rookie. You find Rookie having just put back his Greentail family portrait. There is something of a wistful look in his eyes. Then something comes over him and he moves in close, lowering his voice. Look, chum, I gotta level with you something here real quick. Truth is, I haven't been entirely upfront with you about my family situation. He hesitates a while, then we ain't exactly quite as rich as I've been letting on. I mean, we do just fine, and we got lots of money stored away. It's just mostly locked up in savings bonds, and he seems to catch himself in the middle of another tall tale and relents before you can respond one way or another. The situation is my mom back on the other side. She needs a little bit of help financially and otherwise. All she's got now are my knuckle-headed uncles to keep her steady. Always told her I'd make something of myself, you know? I was just a clerk in her shop. Things started getting tough for us, so I started looking for all kinds of different work. Got in with some unseemly sorts, I guess, but the pay was real good. We took to shipping certain types of stuff down here, of all places, flushing it straight down the river, watertight. The pay was right. Mom was so proud of me. We were eating real good all the time, but you can probably guess what happened. I barely scrapped by after they flushed me down here. Would have been food for a bunch of howlers had Jody not bailed me out of a tough spot one fine evening. As for my mom, she doesn't know the half of it. My uncles told her I'm away on business. Not entirely untrue, I guess, but if she knew, it'd break her poor heart. So, don't know how to put this, chum, but I want to get out of here. Get back to what I was doing back home. On the straight and narrow, though. I'd go straight this time for sure. Just don't go telling everybody that old Rookie Greentail's just a mama's boy, okay? I got a certain reputation to uphold. He quickly scampers out the door. His past has been weighing heavily on him, but you sense he was sincere about wishing to lead an honest life. Oh. Oh, another page. In one. We found each of the others in due time by fate, not by coincidence. The wise Lusglorian stood among the trees gazing at the stars expecting us. The wild witch Millith was so enthralled by my liege's utter transformation she stayed her sorceries. Blessed-born Triesta swooped down upon us but to warn of imminent attack. The many-maned Jomuer thus intervened and shared with us his humor and his hunts. Even the Underking Ors himself sought out an audience with us. Thus we became the Eight and journeyed on together. So the Imp, I, aka Gull, and the Emperor. Okay, that is the 8. Oh, I see. It's not chapters, but rather different categories. The Ashen Effigy of the Nightmare Titan. Oh, wait, no, I already read this, didn't I? I did, didn't I? The Book of Rites. Much can be said about the Sisters of the Arch who will be banished to the great beyond for deeds irredeemable. Stuff that the details of their banishment are written in this book. The sisters in the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars. Their light in the infinite darkness that engulfs them. The stars communicate to us, and you, in turn. The words within the book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the text to the hidden meaning, to the hidden power. The stars above, as they are not mere lights, these are not mere words. If you chant upon the sisters of the arch within their prison here, give them our thanks. Hey, you guys, where's your friend? You know, the big one with the horns, likes frowning and stuff like that? Something happened there or what? Heard a crazy story. She just flew on out of here or something. Anyways. When flinging the orb into the adversary's pyre, the bearer deals bonus damage. Like, always buy the Stardust, right? Right. The level 1 Stardust, at least. Wait, what is this? Oh, right. Nah, we're fine, right? Oh, I guess we don't have Jodariel anymore. Feels bad, man. I've like leveled up his items so much. Oh, you know what? Let's just do it. Level 10 feels better than 9, right? But if we're not going to use him anymore, then oh no. Or I mean, if we lose him. Pleasure's was all mine and Dad's, you guys. As the sky grows dark over the nest of Triesta, a hush falls over your companions, especially Ruki. You sense something that's troubling him, something to do with your next adversaries. Oh, hey, chum, just wanted you to know I'm pumped and ready to take on the dissidents this time. Sure am, all right? That Barker, he's not so scary once you get to know him like I do, you know? So don't worry, because I sure won't be going easy on him after the last time. As Ruki marches off toward the clearing, you notice his grin fade away. In the distance, you hear the dissidents begin to hoot and howl.
Ever persevering, aren't we? Well then, rejoice, because the cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough. Your chosen adversaries here shall be the dissidents. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
Oi, mates, look at what we have here. Greentail, is that you? Yeah, Barker, it's me, all right. Well, I'll be. So tell me something, Greentail. You gonna go against me this time? Or keep on being a stinking coward like before? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Wait, he says he wants to fight? If you could beat him, maybe. Maybe he'll leave us alone. He'll leave the Greentails alone. I could make it worth his while. Barker?
What is it, mate? The fight's about to start.
I was just thinking, you know, I know I owe you and everything, but I've got a deal for you. You like a good deal, don't you?
I like a good laugh's more like it, but I'll bite, Greentail. What's your fancy here?
I was thinking if I beat you here, we're squared away. You let me off the hook.
Huh, I see. But tell me something, mate.
Now, why in the Stegan world would I want something like that, want to do a thing like that? What's in it for me if when I beat you instead? Then I'll pay you double what I owe. I promise. But you have to promise too. Kerr's oath.
Oi, really now? Double or nothing, then, is it, eh?
You drive a hard bargain there, mate, but all right, it's a deal. You beat me in my pack right here, right now. You're debt-free as far as I'm concerned. Of course, if you don't, I'll be fleecing you for all you're worth. You and your stupid uncles and your dear old mom of yours. See you shortly, then. Rookie then turns to you. Hey, this one's meaning a lot. You understand there, chum? Let me go against these guys, and I'll make sure we show them up, okay? Rookie! We've got new tricks we're dying to show you real soon. More capable than before. Do not underestimate them.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Rookie!
Headwind, Shiru-sama.
We're gonna go with this.
Shiru-sama?
It is done.
Rookie has always been so kind to me. If I help us prevail here, then maybe I can start to make it up to him.
All right, Greentail, bring it on, or it's your dear old mums who's gonna pay whatever it is.
Begin. How far? The night wings make their mark
Easy.
upon the blade.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. What if? Oh, shucks.
Barker throws
I didn't even
himself
realize
into
he
the
went down.
flames.
Whoops.
The two triumvirates are neck and neck.
Oh, fuck.
Someone grasp the orb.
Whoops.
Rookie plunged into their path.
Rookie continues.
The night wings shall prevail at this rate. Alas for Headwind.
Wow, what the
Flailing
fudge?
can't do anything, reader. Come on.
Ah! Oh, Lord. No!
Oh. Edwin doused the adversary's flames.
What's the matter, Greentail? Methinks you seem a little nervous on your paws out there. Just shut up, Barker. Let's get on with it. What's I gonna say, huh? You think you can talk back to me like that, Greentail? You heard me, Barker. Stay out of my way. Or what, mate? Or I'll sink these nervous teeth into your neck, old chum.
That foolish Barker was a menace to the Commonwealth and is a blight upon the rights.
Oh shit, I didn't jump in time.
Ah, yes.
These these matches are ridiculous.
Tis taken.
Oh shit. No!
For the night.
3, 2, 1. Damn.
Barker throws himself into the flames.
We're okay though. I think we're fine. We have a lead.
Glory to the scribes. Now end the ceremony.
Whoops.
There. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. It was as though the scribes themselves stood by their side. The rite is complete.
We did it. We got him. Ah, Greentail, you got us fair and square, mate. As fair and square as this stuff gets, right? So my family, you'll leave them alone? You'll leave my family, you'll leave alone? You said you'd leave them alone. Ease off, Greentail. A deal's a deal now. Now then, me and my pack had better step it up for when we see you and your mates again. I'll be looking forward.
Rookie watches him depart, then turns to you as his expression softens.
Don't know what to tell you, chum, other than I really owe you.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
I really miss having Jodariel though.
A flash of inspiration.
Not gonna
for
lie.
this time.
All right, we have to use Gilman and Pamitha soon.
Until the stars align.
You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles bested the dissidents, and find Volfred waiting for you there. Well done back there, my boy. You are serving your companions well. Now then, I have something that I wish to share with you if you've a moment. We have discussed the plan. 30%? Why is it higher now? Of which we're all a part of. I have a means of measuring our progress towards it. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. Look forth. I expect you shall see again see several shining stars, where once you saw but one. Several shining stars, a trick of the eye or the will of the scribes. Who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I've realized that in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we in turn influence which triumvirate we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail. Volfred's planner. To see your current progress, look upon it now. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's using Volfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal as well as check the current standings of your adversaries. Oh no, we can see who the jobbers are. Volfred shall keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now or any time in the Black Wagon or while searching the stars. Oh, okay. No, wait, what? These guys are supposed to be the best of the best, and their record is 1-7. Is there like some degree of like RNG or randomness built into this? Because why? I don't get it. Why are the Tempers? Why are the Tempers, who are, you know, like the last team we face in our first season, quote unquote? Why are they 1-7? Who did they beat? At long last, the plan is well underway. The cycle of the rites turns quickly for the time. We soon shall have another stab upon the fall of Solium. Solium. More jobbers. More jobbers. Okay, so they're 3-4, 3-5, 3-4. So it's just a bunch of losing teams. Guessing we might face either Tamitha or Manly Tinderstoff. Tinderstoff here if we're going to... I mean, like as our last... like the team we fight, whatever. Prideful at having prevailed more than all triumvirates combined. 1-7. Is this night to understand that we shall soon confront Sir Deluge and PYre Hearts once more? Then this is to be a most exciting time. This knight's one-time commanding officer, imagine if you will, a worm without the slightest trace of bravery. Sir Gilman then recants his tale of Sir Deluge's past and how it was that they wound up together in the downside. Sir Deluge, a worm knight of the Sea Dominion and former ally of Sir Gilman. He lacks the sort of courage for which his kind is known, yet somehow leads the PYre Hearts anyway. Some worms born under the Sea Dominion's waters sought life's meaning on dry land, but the Commonwealth recognized their chivalrous traditions as soon put them to use. Sir Deluge was just another bit of frontline fodder in the war against the high-winged remnants, yet time and again he distinguished himself for one simple reason: he would not die. His unusual instinct for self-preservation kept him safe in many battles, and over time he was repeatedly promoted for lack of any real competition. Then in the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum, when retreat certainly was not an option, Spiral Sanctum, the burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth, Sir Deluge retreated anyway. This was the breaking point, and he at last was sentenced into exile. In the downside, he sought water, where he could make where he made contact with Sir Gilman and other members of his kind. They all saluted him as their superior. The other knights had little choice but to respect his rank. As the PYre Hearts, they conduct the rites in the name of the great hero, the Under King Ors, while adhering to their strict code. This knight might not have failed quite so miserably at the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum had his entire regiment not turned in disarray after Sir Deluge fled. Perhaps by confronting his former commander, this knight's own honor may be regained in part. For now, however, this knight must beg your leave. You say goodnight to Sir Gilman in turn. There is no time to make flight preparations now, though in the morning you will press on once again. Oh, poor doggo. Huh? Oh, it's the planner. My lovely reader comes to me again. To what do I owe the pleasure? I guess nothing. Rookie. Crime, smuggling, motive, self-gain. Years exiled for. Yep, it's your experience points and then your levels denoted here at the bottom. Apparently you don't... I think it's based off of story as to whether or not you can be enlightened enough to escape. So like Rookie, for instance, probably had just as much experience, if not more, than Jodariel, and he could not leave. So I'm assuming it's like a story thing. So the fact that we now have this information on him, I think, means that he can leave. So we'll send him next. It's unfortunate because he's one of the best. He's the best of the best. As you approach Rookie, you sense none of his usual anxious energy. I'm free. Then he rushes up to you, a return to form. I mean, I know I'm not. I'm stuck down here with the rest of you. It's like I finally got to set aside this giant bag of rocks I've been carrying around, know what I mean? Wanted to say thanks, chum, for giving me a hand with the little situation between myself and Barker. I don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew you and the others had my back. Now at least old Mama Greentail won't get in any trouble from him on the other side. She's still waiting for her Rookie boy to come back home, but at least she won't be getting hassled by a bunch of nasty curs just because I struck a lousy deal. So yeah, Jem, if you ever need anything, I owe you one. And then some, cur's oath. He prances out of the wagon, a newfound lightness in his step. Permanently. Wish him well. Rookie. I myself, Ha'ub, did form the dissidents, under the simple tenet, those who not belong, belong. The other scribes, some of them showed, at first reluctant to allow an imp, and one accursed, to designate one of the 9 triumvirates. But Mur, the horned one, stubborn as he was, stood by my side. In time, they came to understand, for I remained as ever at their side, a living bit of proof of their absurdity. The dissidents are an extension of my oddity. Those who do not adhere, they are not to be discarded, underestimated, or dismissed. They are as necessary as are those against whom they rebel. That's my impersonation of Sunday service. The lone minstrel's white lute affords you glimpses of your journey through the downside through the music it contains. Nothing for now, please. So, Sir Gilman. Oh, this is going to be a tough one, I think. We'll see what happens. Sir Gilman's fast, so that's all we need, I guess. What does he do for a jump? Leaps high enough to evade adversaries' auras. What? What is the, why can I not like do things? I don't know. Something about the strange island you see below draws your attention. Best to avert your gaze from the Isle of Kaelmer. Even the scribes themselves thought to avoid this place. Let us move on. What about that though? What about this guy? There's a cool wagon. As you soar above the waters of Worm Gulf, you notice Sir Gilman sidle up to you very slowly. We are very, 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 very high above the waters, if this knight is not mistaken. This knight's brethren lurk beneath the surface there in numbers untold. Unfortunately, if we were to come crashing to the surface now, then this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind. Hey, what's the big idea, huh? Oh, it's you Nightwings come to rub it in, I guess. We Tempers, we have been trading flames with you who knows how long. So what, you got us once or twice lately. Matter of time we go and get you back. So you might want to keep that in the next time you go messing with these horns, you hear me? Now get out of my sky. Where you guys going, friends? They're having a bad season. I mean, I guess that record was for last season too, quote unquote. You soar near the border of the Sandfolds where your companions first found you in the downside long ago. Exiles cast down river wash up in the southern edge of the downside in an unlivable waste. There is nothing for you there, and you wish to never see it again, except I want to see it, friend. Nope. You make a successful landing in the downside prairie near the southern edge of the downside. Memories of having first met Hedwyn and Jodariel and Rookie come flooding back. You now should have some time in the vicinity before continuing onward toward the ridge of Gull by land. Gull. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Tizo. What's on your mind? You know, my lovely reader, I must admit that I did not expect your little followers to be quite so receptive to instruction as thus far they have proved. I know not whether they owe it all to you or have somewhat more to them than I was first inclined to think. In any case, however, I am pleased that they are not entirely disgraceful. I like to keep my expectations well in check, seeing as I have been thus expelled until the end of time, so it is pleasant when those expectations are exceeded every now and then. Although I cannot quite recall when that last was. But the best part of all this of all of this are these brief times in which you visit me in my domain. I know you cannot for long. This damned crystal in which I am enthralled shall see to that. Though, as you have perhaps surmised, whenever it decides that one of your little friends is worthwhile enough, why, I can offer them a trial, and likewise I can offer you a chat. Sometimes I think as you achieve those trials of mine, perhaps it does something to trim the length of my eternal banishment. Excuse me, eternity being what it is. However, perhaps not. Still, if the trophies of those blasted scribes are worth something to you, then all you need is but to brave my trials, and they can be yours. And perhaps there's good in it for me as well. Then something changes in her, and she changes the subject. I've likely said too much. I am not to influence you in your use of the Beyonder crystal. It is not there to be tampered with by anyone, including me. Forget what I said. Surely we get more characters, right? Otherwise, we just keep losing people. You ask Sandra to administer one of your special trials for Tizo. I dare think I remember something of that imp. He certainly stood out from all his ilk, although that really is not saying much. Well, let us bring him forth. Tizo soon appears in heat of the summons. Tizo seems to be prepared for whatever lies ahead. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, imp, you answer to me here. Tizo indicates his understanding and is prepared to begin Sandra's trial. Sandra. You know the formalities, of course. Show me then. What you have learned thus far about the rites here in this trial. It shall be just you, my Beyonders, and your lovely reader. Let us see how you fare. Oh, fudge me. I'm garbage. I'm garbage. Ah! Tizo's a killer, not a scorer, you know? Fudge me. Ah! Holy shit, man. What happens if I lose? Do I just try it again? Fuck! Like, how am I supposed to, you know, I'm just supposed to be good. That's what it is. Victory, barely.
Tizo!
Tizo is excited to have completed Sandra's challenge and awaits her approval. A worthwhile effort, imp. Your performance was sufficient. You passed my test. Your predecessor may well have approved. Thus, congratulations are in order. To you and to your lovely reader, now farewell. Tizo is happy to be back and wonders what it is that Sandra granted you. You take a closer look at the new artifact in your possession. Ha'ub's Wing. Tizo's flutter and zip abilities cost less stamina than usual. That seems actually really good. But what about the money? What about the money? The money. Tizo. Hedwin gathers everyone together in a quiet spot he found somewhere in the lush overgrowth of blooming pool. The expression on his face soon softens. We've been pushing ourselves now for a while. Everyone, we're taking the night off. Set aside your troubles and concerns as best you can. They'll be there waiting for us in the morning. As for me, dinner's almost ready.
All right then, party time. Whoever brought the drinks, I order you to show yourself this instant.
Tizo wants someone to play with him.
This night deserves no respite, though a command is a command.
In time, everyone takes Hedwin's request to heart, each in their own way. It proves a pleasant evening, and the group's spirits are lifted to some extent, especially once dinner is served. What's up, Tizo? You observe Tizo rummaging about the black wagon as though in search of something. He notices you there and rushes up to greet you. Tizo is glad that you are here. He was just reminiscing about old times. But just as quickly, he resumes his search. Tizo is looking for something a former exile of the Nightwings once gave him. He is growing frustrated that the object he seeks is nowhere to be found. You almost do not notice the lone minstrel's approach. I'm afraid that it is gone, Tizo. I am very sorry. Reader, there is nothing that ought to be cause for much concern, merely that Tizo has misplaced something of sentimental value to him. It was just a spare bandage, he indicates, exactly like the one on his horn. Tizo here has had many adventures with the Nightwings. Is that not so, Tizo? He squawks in approval. Those memories shall always be with you. Is that not what matters most of all? He confirms this as well. Then please do not worry about it anymore. It is a symbol of a distant past besides. Tizo skulks away. Up into the rafters, the lone minstrel watches him go. The object he seeks does not exist, reader. Tizo searches for it from a fleeting memory of his days with the Nightwings of the past. He performed the regular duties of the Drive Imps at first, but soon distinguished himself. I was none too surprised. He was clearly special. He had grown close with the other members of the Nightwings when misfortune fell and the Triumvirate fell apart. Perhaps Wulfred has revealed to you more of the details. As for Tizo, I feel he must make peace with the shadows of his past somehow. Perhaps then he shall cease searching. You need not worry for him, of course. He is resilient and shall always serve the Nightwings well. You might say that he was born for it. Begging your pardon, reader. The lone minstrel excuses himself in his polite way, leaving you to consider what he said. Tizo. When misfortune fell, he disappeared. He re-emerged years later, having become an integral part of Wulfred's plan and to serve as a liaison between Wulfred and a certain band of exiles whom he entrusted. Continue your journey. The Ridge of Gaul. We'll probably do one more match and call it. Here in the untamed reaches of Downside Prairie, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Jodariel, whom you liberated at the fall of Solium. You learn Jodariel's past transgressions have all been forgiven. She soon was to be reinstated on the blood border on the presumption that she wanted her old status back. In fact, she was offered an especially prestigious leadership position of the First Veil, for a demon such as she could not be seen in the streets. But she refused the gesture rather bluntly, the report suggests. Instead, she sought Volfred's agents as well as several of her former fostered sons and daughters, and so the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. The last part of the messenger imp's news must have been damaged in transit, though it appears to be in Jodariel's own words. All you can tell is that it says, await. You thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Your companions are excited to discuss the news. Tizo is fired up about the news of Jodariel's return to the Commonwealth.
She is an inspiration to us all, or at least to this knight she is at least. You give it to him for us, Jody. I knew you had it in you.
There's nothing she can't handle. I miss her bad sometimes, but I'm glad she's all right. Wonder what the rest of her message said. Do you think she still has her horns now that she's back up there? The news of Jodariel's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Oh no, it's only getting more expensive. I don't have the money for this. This seems good. I don't know, man. Let's get a couple of these, I guess. I mean, was that really the right idea? I don't know. I'm starting to regret it. Regard it. Okay, so we're taking Gilman. Gilman, Headwind, and we'll go with Tizo, I guess. I wish to be remembered not for boastfulness. Thus I refrain from detailing our exploits, across the land, save to say that they were numerous. Know that only through our combined strength of arms and wit did we withstand this savage land. Such were the monstrous dangers that it posed. I came to see that all terrors which I heard at bedside in my youth were based entirely in fact. So great were they blotted out the sky. Such was the evil that we vanquished, that the remnants of it yet shine under the stars. And in the end, it was the stars which guided us toward our truest calling. Amen. Why is it still flashy? Oh, it's because that was the highlighted thing. Duh! Alright. What else is new? Nothing. There was something I just... Commence the rites. Everything is set for the rite to commence, and all is quiet amid the sweeping plains at the ridge of Gaul. All there is left to do is wait for nightfall to set in. One of the downfall's celestial landmarks. You observe Sir Gilman sliding back and forth. You sense something is weighing on his mind. This night is not a night at all. This knight betrayed his former commander, abandoned his brethren of the Sea Dominion. But what is knighthood even? What is knighthood if it means having to follow such a craven as that Sir Deluge? Cease this nonsense, Gilman. Focus on the right. He notices you finally. Oh, Master Reader, this knight did not see you there just now. Such was his preoccupation with the task at hand. Know that this knight stands prepared. He has no misgivings whatsoever when it comes to battling his ex-triumvirate. Please consider letting this knight participate, for he has honor to restore. Then a glimmering within the sky draws your and his attention. I don't know like what it is about this guitar, but it doesn't sound like a typical steel string guitar, and I'm not sure if it's like, well, that was a mandolin, wasn't it?
Your adversaries in the rites
No.
this eve shall be the pyre hearts. Reduce their pyre to a smolder.
Oh, it's both, I think.
And step closer to
I think that's what
freedom.
it is.
Now prepare yourselves.
Gilman, still not abandoned with your new friends like all your other duties and responsibilities.
Sir Deluge wrestles with his mask for a time.
This knight is most surprised that you have the courage to even show yourself.
You speak of courage, Sir Deluge, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you.
That figures, Gilman. You're no knight at all. You're a teensy minnow swimming in a sea of minnows many times your size. And with much more honor, too.
Then something comes over Sir Gilman. But just as soon it fades, Sir Gilman slinks away.
Disgraceful, you Nightwings. You are stupid to have taken that one in, and you are no good at the rights. And another thing, we do not fear you.
It's not like we're killing each other.
Now we shall get started. Sir Gilman.
Wait, who was I gonna bring? I know Hedwin.
Hedwin.
Lawrence.
Rookie.
Very well.
Let's go, you bozos. You pyre hearts don't get to talk to Sir Gilman like that. Come then, Nightwings. Show this knight how you defend the honor of that miserable minnow whom you harbor. On guard.
Now begin.
Fuck.
Poor Hedwin.
shit. How is that so fucking big?
Your adversaries
Holy
are the
crap.
first to strike.
I think Gilman is just a liability. Fuck me.
Stand not in glory's power.
Oh my god, I'm losing, aren't I?
Headlong goes Sir Gilman into flame. Now then. As per the sacred law, both pyres now burn with the same strength. Poof. Why, that was all of them. The fire of resolve.
We got some money back, but not enough. I don't think to cover those costs. I mean, we wouldn't even be able to because it's like 14 and each were 18. I don't know. Another most inglorious defeat is imminent. This knight can feel it in his bone.
Au revoir now,
It's like a game of chicken.
with grace.
It's straight up like a game of chicken of like who can... Oh, what the heck?
To the scribe.
That was crazy. Oh, shit me. What the fuck?
Quite the turn of events.
Oh, Lord.
Pyre weakens.
Your pyre weakens.
Good.
Oh!
Righteous
I was like whipping around and I couldn't get like a clear shot on him.
A stroke of luck is all.
Fuck me. Oh, Lord.
Orb quenches the flame.
All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Be gone. Ruki doused to the adversary's
One
flames.
more. One more.
Oh,
No, I was so close.
your exiles all are banished, I'm afraid. And it is done.
Gilman
The
himself
Nightwings
did it.
prevail. Perhaps a stroke of fortune.
No,
ought to
jump
be
shots are
faked.
garbage. Who wants to jump shot?
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Curse you, Gilman. You were a fool to abandon us. And now you only twist the dagger in our backs. You still do not understand, Sir Deluge. This knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only by the path toward enlightenment. Your words ring false. You are unfit to lead. Shut up. You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You call it knights a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. This knight shall see to it. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him.
There is much to learn from
I mean,
this
they also
experience.
had the disadvantage from dunking as well. Oh, we didn't get too much of that.
Sir Gilman, yet enlightenment is eternal.
Slash banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect. That seems like it's the only thing that's going to be that beneficial to us. Like if we want to, like this is like essentially coming from like a disadvantageous place, but this is better overall. Use it again. Wait. I think we go with that instead. All right.
Until the next right.
Like that's the thing. My team there wasn't necessarily good at jump shooting, because like Gilman, for instance, doesn't even have a jump shot. He has a wild layup. I'm trying to think of someone that's known for like throwing ridiculous layup attempts in the NBA, and I can't really think of one off the top of my head. It's like Joakim Noah, I guess. I don't know. After the Nightwings defeated the PYre Hearts, in spite of almost having lost, you return to the wagon to recover and plan your next move. The time has come to search the stars again and determine where the rights shall take you next. I think the biggest disadvantage I had, though, was that Gilman's AoE was smaller than our opponents, which made it kind of hard to win that little game of slashing, I guess is what they call it. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Whoa. So, I think we need to take on... Oh. This guy had the plants. How have they played less games? 4-4, 5-5. Do they have like more bye weeks? Are there bye weeks in this game? Does anyone else have less than 10 games? 9, 9. Your next adversaries are to be the Chastity, headed by H. Manly Tinderstaff. They would prevail on the rights not for their freedom, but for fame and fortune in your commonwealth. You and the Lone Minstrel then go over what he knows of your next adversary. H. Manly Tinderstaff, the offspring of a semi-famous sap industrialist. He was born into wealth and lived in that lap of luxury, never having to fend for himself. When he came of age, he soon was offered cushy ambassador positions that required little more than a silver tongue to convince the Commonwealth that he was keeping busy. He soon grew so proficient at doing nothing much at all that he started spending all of his family's riches to assert his fame and status. One day he attempted to pay off the wrong individual, a particularly stern Commonwealth diplomat who promptly turned him in and had him sent downriver. Manly was very disappointed by all of this, but soon saw it an opportunity, for he knew well that in the inner circles there were those who had gone into exile and returned. Thanks to his connections, he tracked down the Chastity deep in Waking Wood. He finagled his way into the Triumvirate using his well-worn skills. He in turn convinced himself that he would earn a position of great wealth once he secured a way back to his home. He continues making hollow promises. A shame that this Manly and Chastity are nothing like the scribe Luce Glorian, and do not share his values. Now it is time we rested, reader, given all today's travails. Travails? You bid the Lone Minstrel good night and take your leave. It is too late now to prepare for flight, so you arrange to depart first thing in the morning. Click. Nothing. Pyre hearts. All following the path forged by Under King Ors, whose many mighty deeds exceed the smallest stature that somehow contained him. He is the most spirited triumvirate, their courage unfaltering, their hearts full. They live always with vigor, and perhaps they die with it as well. They are the Under King's own kind, as at home above the sea as in it, never ceasing, ever longing as they do for something more. The Under King shows wisely for these qualities and teaches that a life devoid of passion is a life devoid of life itself. That burning passion is the fuel that drives the Pyre hearts, and in turn, us all. Sir Gilman is in a contemplative mood. He has been rather quiet, at least more than usual, ever since his confrontation with Sir Deluge. He notices you there and slides forth in a solemn manner. This night he knows what he shall do now when all of this is over, Master Reader. We Worm Knights, we are born and raised to prove ourselves superior to all other billions of our kind, to lead our lives, however short, with glory. From the moment we shove past our wormling brethren and their egg sacs to the very end, we are conditioned to excel, to prevail at all costs. This relentless pursuit of glory or fame, of glory, of fame, of self-worth, it leads most of this knight's kind only to an early doom, or in the case of Sir Deluge, it leads to a life of falsehood. A life of low deceit, abusing one's fellow worm knights, shirking one's responsibilities, living in constant fear. This knight cannot abide his former commander, yet pities him. There must be honor to there must be more to honor than to lead a life engulfed in endless conflict. He then looks at you intently. This knight shall seek out that honor out when all of this is ended, Master Reader. Thus he vows to you. He is ever grateful that your guidance led him to this new awakening. But until such time, this knight is duty bound unto the Night Wings. This, the fulfillment of our plan and our pursuit of freedom, is to be his final quest. %. For what awaits him afterward is no mere quest. The honor that this knight has sought, it cannot fully be achieved through knighthood, can it? It requires something more. I trust you understand. He slithers off, his head held high, though not merely in pride. Something has changed in him. Presence would be good, because I'm assuming presence also affects your attacks. But yeah, I know I don't use it much, but it's because like the shot or the throw, I guess you could say, the cast, if you're using Hades terms, isn't like as powerful as you may think it is. Like you score less for one thing, and then you also have to wind up. So against enemies that are very fast and have like very wide AoE hits, I don't think it's necessarily the best plan. Wait. Feels like we're going way further this time. Ruki expressed an interest in exploring the pools along this route. Ruki thinks that this shall be the quickest route, leaving you with time for your vocations. You touch down in the heart of Jomur Valley, where you first faced the Fate and the Dissidents. You briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You now have a little time before having to set forth by land. Oh God, please don't. Please don't. I didn't see who it was. Fuck, I'm so bad at this character. So, I didn't really... So you'll notice I just had the star splinter on, speaking of flinging orbs. And I put it on him thinking like, okay, I'm going to actually use this guy as a shooter. But when we were in the middle of the match, that's when I realized he has like this weird layup thing that doesn't really do what I want it to do. So I need something else. This might actually work well for him. You think that dimwit of a worm has any chance? Perhaps you are correct, though. I put little stock in him myself. Though let us bring him forth. Sir Gilman appears in heat of the summons. Master Reader, is this knight perchance in trouble for something? So I think what we can do is use the layup thing where he like lets go of the ball. And then if he picks it back up, he'll have full stamina. So let's see if this this idea of mine works. The apparition Sandra appears and then fastens her mask. Listen well, worm, you answer to me here. As you will, your highness. Your highness, I like the sound of that. The flattery shall get you nowhere here. Demonstrate your competence to me then, worm. You shall have to do it mostly on your own, though under the guidance of your lovely reader. I trust you are prepared. Of course, your highness, this night accept this challenge. Oh, God. This seems rough. Ah! I got too close. Oh, are you kidding me? Holy crap. I'm not going to be able to do it with this guy, am I? Ooh. All right. Dropped. Oh, are you shitting me? I was so close. But no shoot. No shoot. It's a shame. Oh my God, I didn't have a good enough turning radius there. We're fine. We have 2 tries to do it from this point. I'm stuck. Ah! I don't like this quick draw. It's not as good as I had hoped. Wait. Why didn't it follow behind me? I don't get it. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We'll get it. What the? I was so close. There. But yeah, literally no shot. Huzzah, this knight prevails! I have no choice but to concur with that assessment, Worm. Your performance was sufficient. You have passed my test. Plus, congratulations are in order to you and your lovely reader. Now farewell. Master Reader, this knight is humbled after having passed that sorceress test. Wow, by the scales of the Under King Ors, what have you there? Ors scales. Sir Gilman jumps farther than usual, 30%. I don't know how to make him more like usable in my play style. I think the quick draw was a mistake, though. You end up spending part of the day with Ruki, exploring the area surrounding your wagon. You learn this area used to be a swimming hole many years ago. I knew some curs used to go swimming around here, did some horrible things to their coats. Your lasting memory of this place is standing by the shore, imagining the feel of the water. As you head back in silence, you consider which of your vocations to pursue. Oh, this is a vocation one too? I forgot to talk to her. Leave me alone, reader. I am in no mood to talk to you at this time. She is concerned about something, but you cannot sense what, and she refuses to say. I see little need to keep on blathering about you as once I did. I should not have let you in. Be gone. My services are yours, but this place is my own. I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Oh shit. I had someone to talk to. No! Oh well, it's fine. It was Ruki as well, and I just was not paying attention, apparently. Ruki. Huh. We rid the land of an impending doom, but faced another of its kind, for we knew that we were trapped. Yet for each danger we faced, for every failed ambush by Arch, we met with gentle souls and kindred spirits in the downside, who deserved more than to fade from memory within this land. It was then the stars themselves showed us the way, delineating a great voyage across the sea. Near broken we became, but then at last a moonlit vision. That of the rights, thus shall they say of us. The 8 scribes gave their freedom, so that that we may yet have ours. Another location. All right, Ruki. Ruki is counting the group's supply of soul when he sees you approach. He rushes right up to you as per his custom. Hey, chum, I was just seeing what we could pick up from the slug market next chance we get. Been running some numbers here, and by my count, we've made old Falcon Ron richer by 159 souls so far, if you can believe that. He's probably doing pretty well these days, just thanks to me. But I figure we got a decent arrangement going. Hoarding soul ain't gonna do us any good down here, and Ron's merchandise can help us get ahead. Those talismans are weird, right? But they seem to work, especially if you heap some of that stardust stuff onto them, right? Say, you don't think it's cheating using that stuff, do you, chum? He does not give you the opportunity to answer. Though anyways, that Ron and I, we go way back, all right? Like, you don't even know. He and I, why, technically, we each knew each other. Wait, we knew each other even back before I ended up down here. He was one of my importers, so to speak. Yeah, he and I, we had a good thing going for a while. Sent all sorts of junk downriver to him, and back in the Commonwealth, the soul was still worth something to some folk. One day, of course, the jig was up for me, you understand? So imagine his surprise when I ran into him right here on his home turf. You make an effort to imagine Falcon Ron's surprise. Yeah, fine. So Ron didn't shed no tears about me getting thrown down. When I first met him face to face, he just said, "Oh, hey, Mr. Greentail," like he's expecting me or something. Though he did seem pretty miffed at losing me as a supplier. But he got me as a customer. Believe you me, his prices would be 10 times worse if not for Rookie's Greentail's premier loyalty discount taken off the top. Just whatever you do, don't go around asking questions about him. Believe you me, the less we know about our good chum Falcon Ron, the better. Anyways, I'm off to chase my tail for a bit, so be seeing you around, chum. Hey. Look, I got something I think which maybe you would like. He shows you bottles of multicolored liquids, sun serum, star serum, and moon serum. Yeah, they taste pretty good, I guess. Besides, they can give you a little lift you need. You know what I mean? You get thirsty for them. Don't even worry. I can get more, even more. Oh, okay, yeah. This is doping right here. Da, da, da. Yeah, whatever. I'll get the... Give me the... Oh, wait, no, I can't afford that one. It's fine. So, I can almost get... Like, yeah. Going back to the little jump shot thing, the Star Splinter is, like, the item I need for it, but I'm just not sure how much I want to devote to it right now. They're leaving, Dad. Just look at how much we got this time. Commence the rites. Everything is prepared, and night is just beginning to take hold above the barren wastes of the Spring of Jomur when Volfred gets your attention. Reader, I suspect you might remember our first meeting with Manly Tinderstaff. He would be mortified, of course, if you forgot. I would say that he is an embarrassment to my kind, but unfortunately I've known many others like him. We are a discontented people, I suppose. Anyway, when we last saw him, you might recall that I avoided him. We are not good acquaintances or anything, but he knows enough people in high places that he could be harmful to our plan should he know of my involvement, and so... Volfred dons his ritual mask. I shall have to be discreet here. As I am with the Nightwings once again, I can no longer hide from him outright. Perhaps, though, he shall take me as a common sap. Anyhow, it seems to me we have a right to conduct. Volfred's the main villain, is what you're telling me, eh? Something else catches your notice in the sky this time. Strange new stars shimmering about, the ones you recognize. The greater titans have returned, some of them, and merely in spirit, not in form. But those dark stars are a portentous sign. Though they may light your way, beware the path they illuminate, reader. Henceforth, you may invite the influence of the Titan stars. I don't need a greater challenge.
Behold, the Titan stars.
How about not? I'm curious, but yeah, no, this is not a... We haven't failed once yet, and my concern is that failing is going to set us back more than I want. Like, if this were a roguelite, yeah, whatever, just fucking do it.
Burning remnants of monstrosities felled by the scribes themselves. Who could stand against them in their fury? You are wise to have resisted their seductions, reader. Best focus on your adversaries, keen as they are to confront you once again. Put out their pyre first, and show them the glory of the night.
Are we still gonna deal with the vines, I wonder?
Make ready for the right.
Some of them looked at.
My, what have we here? Why, the Nightwings come to grace us with their presence once again. Are you perhaps intent upon humiliating us even more after last time? He sends Wolfred reaching out to you. Reader, let us indulge him for the time. Perhaps he shall reveal something we can use to provide a disincentive for his meddling. Just let him keep on talking. I shall attempt to remain hidden. And my, the colors of those raiments. I mean, they are quite gaudy in this light, I have to say, though I mean no offense at this, of course. So, do you suppose the rite is going to commence soon? As much as I enjoy our chats like this, I do have to get going soon. If you must know why I'm expecting an important message from the other side, no less, come dawn. I hear something is brewing out there, some sort of unrest, So yes, it's a very important message sent all the way by one of those imp couriers, and I must say, those little things, their services are certainly not cheap. Though I'm sure that I could get you a good deal on their services if you wish perhaps to contact a loved one back home. All I ask is that you stand aside and let the chastity prevail as well we ought. For I've got a date with Destiny not long from now upon the fall of Solium. He continues talking for some time until at last the rite is set to start. Oh my, look at this wonderful assembly of exiles come from all different corners, Such a colorful retinue you Nightwings have. You know, I heard the most preposterous rumor about you, that you are harboring an especially notorious criminal, one who designs upon the Commonwealth itself. He looks right at Wolfred. But I could not imagine such outlandish tales could possibly be true, Anyhow, I so would like to meet everyone here. Hello, good Nightwings. I am H. Manly Tinderstoff, and truly it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Manly has intruded on your privacy as you set to choose in your triumvirate. He could not be less welcome. He seems to be searching for someone in your ranks. Ask him to leave politely. He suggests Manly that perhaps he ought to check on his own triumvirate in the key moments prior to the rite. Why, yes, of course. I was just taking the opportunity to bid all of you salutations, for I so enjoy getting to meet my fellow exiles face to face like this. Yes, there must be rules against this type of thing, but who's counting, am I right? I'm sure the scribes wouldn't mind if they were here. Anyway, now that you mentioned, I ought to go check on my wonderful colleagues. See you shortly and good luck. Manly leaves at last, leaving you to focus on the rite again.
Now, let us get started.
Let's try and use some different people. We'll go... Faye.
Faye.
Faye. Well, actually, I wish I could undo that. I wanted to give her a different item. I wish it said what their shot was. Their cast with the ball.
Tizo.
Damn, look at that aura. Tizo is tired of listening to Manly and wants the right to start. Hell yeah, Tizo. Are you quite ready yet, oh Nightwings? I doubt you are, because my colleagues of the Chastity and I, we have a trick or two we think shall take you by surprise. Just watch. Don't warn us.
Begin.
Oh my lord.
Your pyre is the first to falter. Tizo takes the plunge. Ow! Verily.
Verily indeed.
Do you believe you can prevail in this?
Oh!
Another banishment. Onward,
Can't stop Tizo, he's too good. Oh, how very, very charming this display, but quit it now and let old Manly put an end to all of this before you make a terrible mistake. Oh, shit me. What? I thought I was impervious, supposedly.
all three Nightwings.
2, 1.
Now, take it. A rude predicament.
That's
for
fine.
Chastity. Splendid. The orb is up. In goes the orb.
It's like Tizo can do everything. He's a genius.
More like that, and we are finished here.
Oh, she can't throw it over things. Oh, whoops, that's that's not the right that's not the right button.
So it is. And it is done.
Tizo truly is like the best character in this game.
Prevail.
Don't at me.
Perhaps they do deserve their freedom after all. The right.
I think
is
I just have to
ending.
level up Pamitha some more, because right now she's feeling underleveled. My word, how could this happen to me, you deceitful, ignorant, utterly uncouth pack of fools? Have you any idea what you've done? Wilfred watches the outburst in silence. Keep spouting off like that, Manly, and you shall reveal all we need to know. You harbor such a fear within your heart, don't you? Coming from your aristocracy? Wait, aristocracy? Aristocracy? Socrates? Aristocracy and now in exile. How they must speak of you. What would they think of you if you don't get out, or even if you do? Wilfred remains deep in thought, studying his adversary. There, I see now. Then Wilfred recedes into shadows. What? My head? Who? Oh, I believe there must be some mistake. I have to go. Ta-ta! Fine evening to you now. It's been a pleasure, genuinely so. Manly stumbles away in a stupor. And there he goes. I've lifted certain burdens from him for the time. A bit of mercy for his sake, for my people's sake. As well, it should ensure he has no lasting memory of our encounter here or running into me. Now let's be off before he catches up with us again.
The rights do intend to teach
Aristocracy.
something of trust.
The damn aristocracy need to go down. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We'll spend time with her if we get the chance.
Until the stars align.
Back at the wagon after besting the chastity and the right, you are about to join the others, discussing the outcome when Wolfred finds you. Good work back there, my boy, though I'm afraid I must pull you away from any revelry, for there is something you should see. Please join me outside. Look forth, the golden star reveals itself to us once more. Indeed, somewhere deep in the infinite dark, a single star shines brighter than the rest. Freedom. Looks like we're sending Ruki home. We'll do that for next time, though. I'm gonna probably think about it some more too. Like, my biggest concern is whether we're giving up our best characters too soon. But like, we really didn't have too many choices in our last playthrough or whatever. Well, not playthrough, but the last season, if you will. Like, the issue is that. Oh, I think I have to choose there, don't I? If I'm not mistaken, we had Hedwyn, Jodariel, Tizo, I think were the three I could free, liberate, whatever. And I think Hedwyn is like a good support unit. Like, he's actually super useful for having in your party because he like helps the entire team as a whole. Jodariel is also really useful having the most presence, but like obviously I'm not going to give up Tizo. The rites are calling you again to the fall of Solium, where one among you may go free should you prevail. It is as we discussed. The cycle of the rites is beginning to turn more quickly. Perhaps the scribes themselves have taken notice. Fortunately, having more frequent opportunities to free ourselves is not unwelcome to our plan. I suppose it's good for everyone, including the Essence, who we will oppose next. Which one's the Essence? Oh, it's okay. Yeah, the Tamitha. Yeah. The harps. Getting to the Mount Elodial ought to be a little easier than before, at least. We should be able to make a landing near to some of the old monuments to the scribes. Let's set forth at dawn. When we play this, the next time we play this, which will probably be like at earliest maybe next Tuesday or so, or Saturday or Sunday night. I don't know. I want to. Let's pretend that every time you nominated someone, and they were successfully freed, of course, you got like a character, just like some random generic character that plays exactly like the one you just freed, which feels, kind of cheap and lame. But let's just say, for the record, that was it. And so like gameplay wasn't affected at all. I would be doing Ruki, and then I'd do Hedwyn afterwards, most likely. But because gameplay matters, and like the characters are important in far as like how different their styles are, I think I'm doing Ruki just based off of the fact that he wants to see his mom. And then I think I'm doing Gilman afterwards because I'm really bad at Gilman. So just making sure he's out of the party is going to be beneficial to us. So, wait, is that really what they do? They have a character named not Reeve or Rev instead of Rex. That's so dumb. Oh, soon everyone is off to rest as best as they are able, knowing that another chance at liberty for one of them shall soon present itself. Oh, that's so stupid. Oh, what's wrong, Tizo? You find Tizo there in the black wagon looking rather more despondent than usual. When you attempt to reach out to him, he barely acknowledges you. Tizo indicates that he wishes to be left alone right now. Maybe we need to send Tizo away after all. You almost run into Faye as you turn to leave. Oh, I'm sorry, mister. I was just wanting to check in on little Tizo there. I think maybe he's taken ill or something. On further inspection, it occurs to you that Faye perhaps is not far off the mark and Tizo is unwell for some reason. Come on, Tizo, you're going to be all right. You might be the smallest one of us, but I think you're the toughest. Though Miss Jodariel, she was the toughest one of us, wasn't she? I miss her so sometimes. Tizo appreciates the kind words, but still wishes to be left alone at the time. Oh, don't be silly, Tizo. You know I won't be doing that, don't you? Faye turns to you for a moment, lowering her voice. Mister, I think Tizo would like a little bit of privacy, if you don't mind. Though I don't mean to be rude. It's just Tizo, well, I told him not to eat something. There was this, well, I think it was a mushroom maybe, growing in the corner over there. So I see Tizo sniffing at it, and he's always hungry, and usually I try to feed him. But this time I told him no, because I know my mushrooms, and whatever that was, I think it was a mushroom, but it wasn't one I know. Well, Tizo ate it anyway. Tizo corroborates Faye's recollection of what happened. I just thought of it after you said that about having an identical plane. Yeah. Anyway, I think that he is going to maybe, well, cough it up, I guess. I think maybe any moment now. Because when I ate things I thought were mushrooms around here, I coughed them up as well. They made me rather sick, kind of like Tizo over there. I hope that I'm not being inappropriate because it's not polite, maybe? Oh, come to think of it, Tizo, why don't we go outside? Because then I won't have to clean up after you like the last time you ate something I said maybe you shouldn't, remember? Tizo indicates he remembers full well and regrets not heeding Faye's food-related counsel. Oh, don't worry, silly. If you've taken it ill, then I think you're going to be fine once you have a little walk outside with me, because you're very tough. Tizo is beginning to look better already. You're my best friend, Tizo. I won't let anything bad happen to you, or at least I'll try, okay? I don't think anyone could stop you from eating things, though. Then she snatches Tizo up in her arms and whisks him out of the wagon with her. You hear her call back to you over her shoulder. Bye, mister. I'll make sure Tizo is all right. I promise, okay? The prospect of Faye administering medical assistance normally would give you pause. Oh, that's right. I think I could send Faye. Faye was one of the people I could liberate as well. And I, like, mostly just out of, like, mystery, I decided to keep her. Tizo seems to accompany her willingly enough. The two have shared a rather close bond since Faye first made contact with the group. For someone like her who has lived alone for so long, the friendship must be vital. And as for Tizo, he must be impressed that a non-native of the downside seems to know her way around food safety even better than he. Hey, what's up, Abyssal? This game is wild, though. The chastity. The chastity. Well, we're going to call it here in a moment. I'm going to get to our next destination just to see if we can, you know, maybe get another dialogue or two. And then it's sleep time for me. The inverted fall of Solium roars into the sky. Somewhere beyond it lies the Commonwealth, beyond your vision and beyond your grasp. Alas, we can't simply fly back up to our homeland. This wagon has its limitations, I'm afraid. But we shall return yet. Let us continue now along the path. Where do I have to land? Oh, there. You sense headwind shall gain favor from the scribes if you land here. So we can do this because we're gonna use headwind for sure. Oh, this could be the moment we send off Sir Gilman and get him out of the party, though. You make landing on the sacred Mount Elodiel, upon whose summit the next liberation rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Volfred finds you after the post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to Fall of Solium by land. May we soon liberate another of our own there. That should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. New dialogue. Have we exhausted all of her dialogue? If so, that's sad. %. Look at these scrubs. Oh, the Tempers won one more round or one more game. Okay, I'm gonna hit the sack, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your nights and days.